Okay, so he bought 2 fighters, 6 infantry and artillery. So this is the 1v1 game, by the way. I'm happy to see Kaka still exist. I was afraid that that would be wiped. Of course, he did kill out my UK fighter. He also wiped out my fleet. But in doing so, he did lose 3 fighters too. So C-Zone 8, he lost 3 fighters for the destroyer carrier cruiser fighter. So normally I'd say that's a win, but losing this fighter too means I can't fly him back, so it's going to be hard. I would be able to bring a destroyer cruiser and drop somebody, but now if I want to drop a transport, I've got the one bomber I got to watch for. I can bring the cruiser up here. Obviously, he's not afraid to attack the fleet, so I may have to drop a destroyer with a transport if I want to do that. Plus, move this cruiser up there. These fighters, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I take Morocco, then I only have to worry about the bomber here. So destroyer carrier with the fighter should be fine on C-Zone 13 at least. And then he did move into Egypt, so there we go. I'm not really pulling out the calculator. This is supposed to be more of a fun league anyways to a degree, and I've got too many games to play. I'm pretty sure I mixed up this game with one of my other games, is why I goofed this up. Russia 2. I don't think he punished me as bad as he could have, but I'm certainly feeling it nonetheless. So the good news is he has spent 32 IPC on planes so far this game, so that's 10 less, 11 less infantry artillery walking across the ground. So although he's got his 8 tanks, he is a little bit low on infantry, so hopefully we can kind of turtle, because again, at least Japan's going to be a little bit slow coming. A little bit slow. Not a ton slow, a little bit slow, especially since, I have to address Egypt here. It's halfway tempting if I clear Egypt to do a fighter bomber attempt on the battleship with US. Because I simply can't afford him to keep coming this way, I don't think. Maybe I can. We'll decide that. That'll be a US turn decision anyway, so. Alright. So we will be able to do this nice little play on trying to take Thailand at least. And we'll go from here. Go from there. So let's see. The bare minimum we want to build 1, 2, 3. I want to get a transport destroyer up there. We do have this transport that's going to be coming around safely. I think I'm going to go ahead and build that second transport. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Oops, you forgot your dude. So 7 versus 5. 2 of mine are in air. Unfortunately, the cruiser can't help out this turn at least. All right. Let's hope we can win this big. Don't think we have any other attacks to do. Boom, boom. 3 hits, okay. Alright, that's nice, that's nice. I can definitely live with that. 3 more hits, come on, 3 more hits. Got 2, okay. Oh, well, I can definitely live with that. Interesting. So that's going to leave an interesting thought here. So he can pick up the infantry, artillery, a bomber, and a battleship. 1, 2. That could hit here. So 3 in the battleship. We'll have 3 there. We could land a couple U.S. fighters, but could we stack both of these possibly? Because if we could, then we could sit my subs in 34 ready to shoot through that Suez and squeeze him out. But if we don't hold both of them, then that doesn't do any good. Have to think on that one. Good deal. Happy to see that win. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot. I can't quite reach it there, can I? Well, we can still at least start in that zone. You know what? The cruiser's not going to be a whole lot of help. Let's go ahead and get this cruiser heading to the Atlantic. So he could move 3 and 1 transport. So he could put 5 units in there if he really wanted to. I have 1. I have 3 being built. That's 4. So I think we'll take 2 of these guys out. So I have 2 fighters and a bomber that could strike back. We're going to go ahead and risk putting him over here. So if I have 2 fighters for that carrier. I got a fighter, maybe a tank. That gives me 2, a tank, and a fighter in each of them. Which gives me pretty good odds to hold. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. We're going to see if we can't hold these and maybe send the subs into the med after them. All right, let's see. Do need to get this guy come on around. These guys are safe. Nothing more to do there. All right, not a whole lot, unfortunately, to do with this turn. I do need to remember to move this cruiser up there, though. That's one of the key pieces of this, is that the cruiser goes up there. Don't forget the cruiser and all my madness. You know what? We're going to do what I never do. How do we... Here we go. There we go. Hopefully that'll help remind me. Need the cruiser there. Alright. Well, certainly I'm way behind here, but he is feeling slow here, so we'll see what happens. And we'll switch over to the other game. See, this is just too many games for me to keep my mind track. I know some of you guys play a bazillion games at one time. Not I. I do not do well with it. Which game do I want? This game? Yeah, this is the other one. I forget. Honestly, I can't remember what I showed the last time. But after Germany's gone, Russia's still holding tight in the West Russia, and we held on to Ukraine as well. So this game is a much better looking front here. He does have 6. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was thinking about going to Sea Zone 3 and taking Iceland and Finland and let him move his transport up to take Norway and let him take the 5, possibly 6 if he was to build a carrier versus that. After that last game, though, and obviously he's willing to take that shot, and I don't know if I'm willing to give that quite yet. So on the converse side, I can just potentially build a destroyer in here. The bad thing is it kind of defeats the victory of having a second transport right away. I'm going to go having the Sea Zone 10 to pick up these guys, but kind of a bummer that I can't attack double right away. I suppose I could come down here and take Morocco if that would be of a 1, 2, 3. Well, that would prevent him from doubling back with the battleship. Hopefully I'm going to wipe these guys out. So he'll just have the infantry, battleship, and fighters. Yeah, we should be alright without worrying about that. Okay, so let's start with our 3 infantry build for India. We're going to relook at what I was planning here. Now, I do have this transport and this transport alive, so I got 4 transports to come up to Britain already, so I really don't want to build any more transports. I don't need any more transports. I'm going to use 2 guys to attack. 1 transport's coming back to pick up these guys. So I only need 1 infantry really, and both my transports are now filled for next turn. Plus I had the AA. But what if we went 1 less? Get 2 fighters and a destroyer. Yeah, wait. I'm not going to have a second infantry unless I only attack with the artillery this turn. Kind of need that destroyer though. Unless the US is willing to put his cruiser up there. I think he's going to want him here for if he's going to even consider going into the Med. always good to have an India tank, so we'll go ahead and put an India tank down there. And save 5 IPC. So that would give me an infantry here to go infantry tank with. This guy will have infantry tank. So the other thing I need to see is Russia okay here? So I am going to pull out the calculator on this one. So he'll have potentially 9 infantry. We're just going to assume full turtle first. 9 infantry, 8 tanks, 5 fighters, and a bomber that can reach them. We turtle, we could have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 infantry, and 6. He should be good there, right? Yay. 3 tanks, 2 fighters. Yeah, he'll be good. So if I only send 1 fighter in, he's fine. So I think I might just save the extra 5 IPC for next turn because I don't know what I might want him for. You know what? We'll do an infantry artillery tank down here. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to pause for 1 second here and look at what if we went into Ukraine? So, yeah, I mean, it's an option to stack Ukraine and dead zone West Russia. But I think what I'm actually going to suggest to my teammates is that we actually just try to take all 3 of these. You know, maybe with the U.S. bomber picking this guy off on the way down this direction. And that way he can walk in free, send 3 infantry and a couple fighters, and 3 guys in here, and then maybe Ukraine. We can hold on to Ukraine without even have to have anybody in it. I don't know. I'll leave that up to them. I think the coordinated stack of Ukraine and dead zone West Russia maybe a little bit risky in a communal game like this, so we're going to continue on here. All right, so what do we got here? We got our cruiser, we got a fighter. We can send our other cruiser or other fighter on into West Russia. So again, I have no hesitancy taking all these guys in here. This is going to be extra nice on this game because he has really lack of units down this direction, so that's nice. I may even choose to move a couple this way this turn. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll just put 1 in there because he's only got 1 transport that can reach there. You could choose 1 or the other, right? So yeah, I think we'll move 1 infantry that way. Okay, let's see. I think that is everything combat-wise. All goes well and we pick this guy off, then that 1 infantry is all that the transport can pick up next turn. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Extra nice. Oops. Come on. Nice. Alright, got the kill. And it went clean. Nice, nice, extra nice. I don't know why I went there last time. Well, all those destroyers he built. It's not like I'm going to give Japan anything. Might as well come here, because that's one closer to getting around the horn. I'll bring him down here. Give him just a little bit more headache. As much as I really would like to just kind of throw more in there, I don't think I will. Pull a couple guys back just in case. So he can use the bomber and hit here and land here, but then the bomber's dead. So he's mainly going to be using a battleship infantry to try to hit there. We'll have our 1, 2 fighters and a bomber. And if he doesn't succeed in taking it, then the sub can come in and do his thing. It almost feels worth it sticking that AA in there for that hit absorption. Because I've got enough time. I mean, I got plenty of time on Japan. I can march him back. So, I mean, that would pretty much... It gives him an 18% chance to take it without the bomber attacking. With the bomber attacking, he'd have a 72% chance, but then he's tossing his bomber in the trash, right? Because like I said, it would have to land here. US is going to be sitting here. Got this stack sitting there. So he's probably not going to want to do that so much. So with that sub there, carrier, we might have a open Suez on this game. So that's why I'm going to move that AA in there. Normally I wouldn't do that. I probably should have gone one less infantry on the attack in Egypt. I've been thinking ahead. But all right. the subs alive. Alright, so there we go. So that gives me 6 in defense. He could attack with 6, but I've only got the 1 transport there. He'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in defense in Morocco. Hopefully we take all these guys is what I'd like to see us do. Hopefully we'll have an open Suez. And we got to slow Japan. So this game, I like how this game looks a lot better than the other game. That's for darn sure. All right, there we go.